This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are bringing back Jeskai Mutate for a shot at the Mythic ranked ladder and to see if this deck is good. I said a little bit on my podcast, the Arena Craft podcast that I do with co-host Arjuna. It's excellent. Check it out. It is on YouTube. You can usually see links to it in my posts and stuff. But anyway, on that podcast, I said I was going to be figuring out if this deck was good. And yeah, we played a version of it before the bans, before Fires was banned. Fires was honestly the worst matchup this deck had, as its spells just couldn't really keep up with that. But now, with Fires all gone, and with Rakdos and Jund Food seemingly being among the best decks, I wanted to give this deck another shot. It revolves around a Mutate package with Lord Drakis, Vaydrak, Apex of Thunder, and Snapdeck's Apex of the Hunt. Once you start hitting multiple Mutate triggers with these, it's very, very powerful. And because this returns an instant or sorcery, and this casts a non-creature card with 3 or less for free, you end up using a lot of instants and sorceries to create the creatures that you mutate onto. I get asked all the time, more than you probably would believe, to make an amass deck. People really like the amass mechanic. I don't know. This is as close as you're getting from me probably, because everything I've tried in the amass space with Grixis and Dimir has been terrible, but this amass here is actually very, very good, because with amass you make the 1/1 counter zombie army and then you mutate onto it, and then you recast the spell that let you amass in the case of Callous Dismissal or Lazatev Plating, and it's actually really strong. If you have an amassed creature underneath something like the Vaydrak, then you amass again, you get a new zombie token instead of piling the counters onto one thing, which is nice. And Raise the Alarm is here as another way to get those tokens when you need them. Then it's one of a few spicy one-ups. Obviously, Opt is a good one. Getting to recast Opt again and again with Vaydrak or Lord Drakis, just card advantage, very nice. Scorching Dragonfire, exiling all the opponent's creatures and planeswalkers, very, very nice. But we have Light of Hope, which, pretty sweet card, versatile, not really good enough on its own, but just having one in the deck means that if we find it, we can just start gaining life, destroying enchantments, or building up our creatures. More likely gaining life or destroying all our opponent's enchantments. Having one in the deck is good insurance if you run into a deck that relies on enchantments, like Trail of Crumbs, for example, or if you just don't want to die to Rakdos Sacrifice and Mono Red, you can just start gaining 4 life a turn with Light of Hope when you start mutating onto your Lord Drakis and your Vaydrak. It's a pretty great card to have. And another one, probably the spiciest one of, is Role Reversal, exchanging control of 2 target permanents that share a permanent type. So you can amass a little 1/1 or have a 1/1 soldier, give it to the opponent, take their awesome thing. You also have Teferi, so you can be a person who gives a thing to the opponent and then takes it back with Teferi. So that's something to watch out for. And it's just a fun of, because in the late game you can cast it for free with the Vaydrak and just continue to abuse these loops over and over. 2 Elspeth Conqueror's Death kind of clean up all the nonsense that the rest of our deck can't really handle, and Narset is another sweet 3-mana planeswalker that you can cast for free with the Vaydrak when you mutate it. So that's the deck, and I'm actually pretty positive, like I feel really good about the Rakdos Sacrifice matchup, which, as I said yesterday, one if not the best decks in Best of One. I think it's the best deck in Best of One, Rakdos Sacrifice. So Lazatev Plating is really freaking good against the Mayhem Devil, Claim the Firstborn, Priest of the Forgotten God setups, as I hope to show you. So let's dive in and let the Jeskai mutation nonsense begin. Hard to tell if this hand is any good, and I'm gonna mulligan it. So now we can throw back a Dragonfire and keep these. We still don't have any mutate creatures, but we at least have our colors and some plays. So I guess we'll keep it. So I think we shock and opt because we need to get everything rolling as quickly as possible. Castle Locthwain could mean anything. I guess I'll take this. It's better than a random top deck probably because it gives me options. Well, there you go. Let's use this now. Cool. That way I can shock and opt again. We're just going to fill our graveyard with ops and everything is fine. But will we ever find a mutate creature? It's Dreadhorde Butcher. If only I had left my mana open. Raise the alarm. Okay. Man, deck's being a little funky today so far. Get exiled. Hopefully they don't have another one. Would have been nice to ambush it. They got the memo about the best deck in best of one. Rakdos. So freaking good, you guys. Alright. Well, they are stuck on mana. That is good news. How about you stay stuck on mana? Oven. Fun. Ambush time. But we've got basically no cards. We're an all land hand with no value going on. But all we have to do is draw a mutate creature. That is one of them. So I think we're looking to end step a plating and then mutate this onto it and get back an opt, maybe a Dragonfire. Let's see. We got him! They got mana screwed. Very anticlimactic. I think I'm keeping this hand. We should be able to find a red mana with the opt. And we have the Lord Rakdos, which can be played for just blue. Azil. Right? And flags. Going searching. Find in mountain. I'll wait on my opt. I mean, I know I want red mana, but it does help to know what's going on. Are we still Rakdos? All right, every game is Rakdos, boys and girls. It's getting real up in here. People are getting serious. All right, there's Teferi. So we have a few interesting options. We could plating if the opponent does try to use this. That's interesting. I think instead I'm going to dismiss this. And we're going to be looking at the deck for a land next turn big time. We drew the one roll reversal. That could be, like, I don't know, man. If I steal their thing, they just claim it back. Doesn't seem very good. Okay, we really need the land. A bounce here would be nice. Ah, I wasn't specific. All right, do the Drakus. The opponent might have a claim. Claim would be sad, but it is what it is. Get me what? Dismissal or opt? It's actually tough. Opt can find me more land. It can also fit a curve next turn if I draw a land off the Teferi. The Callous Dismissal tortures the opponent pretty admirably, but with two platings I don't feel like I need it. So I'll grab this. And we'll see if our opponent is ready. You know, do you have it? I think I'm the defensive player here. They're going to get some scry on with the goat. No, they're not. Maybe save it for the priest. No claim. No claim, one time. One frickin' time. Devil. Cat. Meow. That's not good. But the plating can mess with them a lot. So if we block here, the opponent can just sack this, deal 1 damage, and then this dies, so I guess we don't want that. Alright, we did draw the land, which is nice. Now how are we going to play this turn? Now I wish I'd gotten back the Callous Dismissal to bounce the Devil. I could play Teferi to do that. They just sacrifice a thing, they kill the Teferi. I don't have plating protection. The plating is interesting here. It's possible I should just pass and hold it up. It's also possible I should try to find a Scorching Dragonfire. I think the plating is going to save me from something terrible. So let's kick it on over. Then we can roll reversal for the devil, which won't work because of the strider. So maybe we have to take the strider. This is tricky. We'll just say go. See what our opponent does. We might actually need double plating. I think we take this one. Too bad we had to move snap decks to the bottom. That life could be important. The card could be an absolute smasher here. Yep, here is the priest. What else you got? Seems good. God, this deck. It's so good. Alright, so we're going to set them up. We're going to plating. They're going to try to sacrifice stuff in response. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, do we do another plating? If we have an amass 2, that's a little bit better, but I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, we're going to kill the devil. Then what? We're going to block the butcher. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Kill the devil, block the butcher. And then we'll opt. I guess we may as well opt now. We might find a shock. That would change something about our play. That's a good draw. Although I'd love another mutate card. If they sacrifice stuff, they're going to have to target themselves, which is funny. And this butcher has to target themselves. Or one of their creatures. Yeah! That is how you frickin' do it right there. Okay. So they still have this priest, but I want to exile the Woe Strider, because if they try to priest me and I Lazatep plating, it's so clutch. So let's get this thing dead. Make them play another creature and sacrifice it. They don't want to sacrifice the cat right now, or they might not have fuel for the priest. Never mind, they're going to do it anyway. Maybe they already have fuel for the priest. They scry to the top. So here's the question, can I be aggressive? They're only attacking me for 1, and I do have to close this game somehow. So yeah, I think it's time to damage our opponent. Now, if they go, like, somehow make 2 creatures, okay, they've got another devil. And they have a celebrant. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. And they're going to target me? They're going to try to kill me? Check it out. Check it out. Oh my goodness. Wrecked. Wrecked. We wrecked him. All right. Do I want to steal this priest? Not really, right? I can just bounce it for now. I think that's better. Draw a card. Get Teferi on the field. Light of Hope! Oh my goodness, that's so good here. 4 life. Every mutate creature we find is 4 more life. Alright, castle. Yep, feel it. I'll gain 4. Snapdecks. Sure could use another land, but what can you do?
Here goes nothing.
Let's just say bye to Priest. I've had enough of you. Another exiled creature. Hold up the plating. Try to close. We're getting close. Alright, comes the butcher. What do you think? Well, we can't ambush it. We really can't. We're at 11. They're going face. Okay. Yeah, so if we amass there, this becomes a 2-2. So we can't make a 1-1 to block the butcher. Even if we could, I don't think it matters. And that is the beautiful, glorious game of Lazatef plating. It's a keep for the Opts and the Narset and the Dragonfire. We're fighting Lurrus. Could be cycling here, so Narset might be good. Pay 2 life. Get the Opt going. Forest. Forest and Lurrus. I'm confused. Nobody plays new decks. Come on now. Don't mess with me like this. I'm just gonna crush myself with my own mana base at this rate. That's fine. Season of Growth. Alright, so it's that stupid Aura deck. Got it. Narset's pretty good against them. So Teferi can bounce this and make them replay it, which might be one of the better uses for Teferi. We know that we want to get further in the deck and keep hitting land drops.
Trust me. You'll thank me. Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Now we can play Narset next turn. And Narset will probably find us in a mass card to play with Vadrock. And on we go. Thin the deck first, I think. Seems like we always need more and more blue when I play this deck, so that's what I'm going to take here. Let's tap this, so in case we find Opt, we can cast it.
There are so many missed with thoughtfulness.
Light of Hope.
before action.
Pretty good. Pretty freaking good. I guess I don't have to worry about this until the opponent does something here, but it still gives them scries. So destroy target enchantment. That's why it's in there, guys. Every now and then, Light of Hope shines brightly. Vadrock can cast it again, Lord Rakdos can get it back. We're just gonna keep trying to recur that beautiful card. The opponent still doesn't have a creature. It's gotta be a tilt.
And prepare.
Alright, we found an Amass card.
I've got it.
Let's play it. Let's play another Narset.
The past, present, and future. I have just the
Callous
treasures.
Dismissal's pretty good. And rather than hold up the plating or the Dragonfire, let's just send this back to hand and keep making the opponent's life miserable. If they replay it, we'll get back Light of Hope. The Vadrock, it'll be great. Oh my goodness. So many Seasons of Growth. Our opponent is mono Seasons of Growth. Alright.
Let's try this.
Keep an open mind.
Elspeth Conquers Death probably doesn't matter here. More platings might. Our Teferi's doing just fine. So we'll grab another one of those. Time for a mutation. I wish I had the untapped mana open here to protect my beautiful mutant. It's possible I should have waited for that, but I'm not even sure what interaction this deck runs. And I'm not particularly scared of the Season of Hopes right away because of Narset, but I may as well blow them up. Oh my goodness. Shuffler's fine. Shuffler has never been so fine.
I'll protect you.
Well, if they wanted to be a Season of Growth deck, they are succeeding. We need another mutant more than anything else here. And we're not quite finding it. So what we can do next turn is plating and then start using role reversal to steal their creatures. Like if they play a Lurrus, I'm stealing that sucker. Not that I have a lot I can play with it. Just for the sheer joy of doing so. I could also just try to Dragonfire it. Man. Alright. You get a scry. Now, in response to that, I could Dragonfire it so the opponent can't play a Season of Growth from the graveyard. I just still want to steal this. I really, really do. Alright, target is Sentinel's Eyes. Sure. No draw. Just a nice 4/3 critter. Alright, Lazatep plating. My turn. I guess I could have done that on end step, right? Or no, my Teferi minus.
Trust me, I have a plan.
Silly things CGB says. Add it to the list. Alright, let's check for lethal. Wouldn't want to get in trouble. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, I don't see it. I only see 10. Let's just hold up the plating instead. Again, I don't know what they might run that messes with it, but may as well not take the chance. I got your kitty. I stole your kitty. I'm a monster. A true monster. Yeah, snap decks can't go face. It's creature or planeswalker. So if you were like, you snap decks to face, mutate to Vadrock. Nope. Can't do it. All that glitters is not scorching dragonfire. Oh my goodness. This game was a bloodbath. Our opponent's only creature that they played is the Lurrus. What's going on? They just didn't draw any creatures in their top 15. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Go team. A little overkill. Yeah, they're a good sport about it. Their deck hosed them. Absolutely hosed them. So on that note, when my opponents draw badly, but it's part of a ranked run where I'm trying to show you all the games in a row that I played in ranked to get from one rank to another, should I show those games or should I cut those games? Let me know in the comments, please. Should I show those games? Should I cut those games? It's kind of obvious that some people are going to care about the integrity of the run and that I show all the games from it, and other people are going to be like, I only want to see interesting Magic, but I don't know which is higher. I don't know if there's more of one or the other, so make your voice heard. Thank you. This hand is a keeper. Opt, Callous Dismissal, Dracus, Vadrock. Could be very good. Our opponent's on Umori, so we're going to have to bounce their initial ramped up thing, you know, mutate. They're gonna mutate. It's gonna suck. We are going to have to fight it with all that we have. Okay. Would you mind missing a land drop? No. There will be none of this. All right. Well, my Callous Dismissal isn't looking good. I do feel like I need a land, although my mana base is shaky at best. Both Elspeth Conqueror's Deaths could be very helpful. This feels weird. Oh well. Get out of here, Grazer. Nobody wants to see that. What are we gonna do about the Paradise Druid here? Take me down to the Paradise Druid where the words singing. Oh, won't you please take me home? Gem Razor, gross. Light of Hope, destroy target enchantment. You're not an enchantment. Crap. I guess a +1/+1 counter could be interesting though. Let's see here. Mutate. Oh, I should have shocked in the Foundry to have white and blue open. I messed up. So let's get the opt. Let's shock for this, because yeah, I do want to ambush that thing with the Light of Hope if I can. The opponent might make it a lot bigger. Gross. Absolutely gross. Well, that was a fail. That whole operation was complete fail. I'm getting sharked. Crap. Okay, they did attack. We could draw into... So my mana misstep is probably going to cost me dearly here in this game. I think I'm going to lose to it. We could try to opt into a Callous Dismissal. But yeah, I blew it on this one. Oof. Do I play a 2/3 just to play a 2/3 when they have a shark? I'm just never going to have a board position again. I don't think I play it. Although, I guess the more they mutate onto this, the better it is for the ECD. Alright. We'll give it a shot. If it's in the graveyard, ECD gets it back. So maybe this is just fine. ECD are my last hope. That Paradise Druided Anguirus Armored Killer has to attack to give me a chance. Give me a chance. It could tap for mana too. That shore sharking monstrous thingy. Oh my goodness. Double baby Gajira. And no attack. What a crafty bugger. What a crafty bugger. Interesting, right? How could you know what my deck does? I don't know what my deck does. So we could get these back in the hand with a mutation. We could also mutate this. It seems like casting a spell for free and getting the 3/3 is better. They have Brazen Borrower? I think they do. Gross. Oh, they can play that at instant speed too. Jeez. Disgusting. How am I ever gonna catch them? The Shore Shark beats. Well, at least we get a 3/3 on the battlefield, so they can't attack with these easily. Tap this sucker. Come on. Let's go. There you go. Nope, that's not tapped. And they draw a card, and they bounce my Vadrock. And they're... I'm losing it. I'm gonna lose my mind. Curse you, Paradise Druid. I'm not equipped for this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's too much value. Attack, you coward. Attack. I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you. Alright. So we play this. Which mana do we want open when it's all said and done? I guess I want to cast the Light of Hope. Trigger. Alright. So this is return it to the hand. So let's return Light of Hope to the hand. Then let's cast the Callous Dismissal. Alright, over here, please. Make that go away. And say go. You can gain 4 life this way. But I don't think we can win the game this way. It was all over. It was all over when the Paradise Druid hit the battlefield. What a nutty game. No, not that card. This card's too strong. The number of time it mutated. Rip. 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 Oh god. Alright. Finish me. Make it entertaining for the kids at home. You are the superior mutation master. I hate you, but I love you too. Okay, this hand is weird, but whatever. We'll go get the red source. We'll steal their best thing. You're gonna love it. Just wait. I think we'll just do this now to make sure we curve out. Oh, it's mono red. This is mono red. They play mono red. Mono red. Go home. Just get straight home. Making a 3-4 against them might just be, you know, might just be it, quite frankly. All right. We could play this on the mutation. They get one turn with this. I don't think they can crush me with it, quite honestly. So yeah, let's establish dominance here. See how much damage a Steamkin can untap and do. I've made this mistake before, thinking the Steamkin couldn't just kill me and then they play their whole hand. But that was the last format. Not so much this format. Aha! Pass the turn. Yes, yes, very wise. Get back in the hand. Nobody likes you. Now we start holding up the... oh, you know what? Forget it. Just everybody go home. We'll get aggressive about this. We'll just get aggressive about this. People ask me to build an amass deck. Here you go. You're welcome. Opt. Let's try it. Yes, please. You know, every now and then my adolescent brain resorts to a Jim Carrey movie and wants to say lines like "spank you very much." I don't know if that's in character or out of character, but there you go, mono red. There's your daily spanking from CGB. I don't feel like this hand is fine. I think it's too slow. If we drew in a mass card, it would be good, but having two of these isn't great. The mana's good though. This is actually a pretty tough one, to be honest, but I'm going to mull it. And this is a little better. You do have to draw land. That's pretty universal when we play these games. Oh, still on mono red, huh? Will this be mono red's revenge with me on the draw with an awkward hand? The revenge of mono red. What do you know? It's Runaway Steamkin. Guys, have you ever seen such a card? Oh my goodness. Alright. We're really gonna need an untapped land off the top or a 2-mana play. Wow. What a gamer. Alright. Untapped land and we're okay. Another one that's stuck on 2 as well. Okay. Okay. Not an untapped land, but not the worst. Let's see what else they play. Initiate. Don't care too much about that. And Initiate. Alright, gotta do this now in case they hit land and one more 1-drop to make even more mana. Go get a blue. Try to keep our deck from falling apart. So, Teferi's looking really bad here. But Vadrock might be looking really good. Ooh. We can plating and then untap and... No. No. I think we have to play Vadrock and not block anything. And hope it lives. So, because if we plating here, it doesn't really do anything. Teferi doesn't do much. Just kind of absorbs some damage, draws another card. Alright, let's go. Does have first strike, it can trade for something, but a trade is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for some free Scorching Dragonfire. If they can kill it though, we are way behind. I'm just hoping they're all Shock and Bone Crusher. Yeah, no blocks. We can't risk a Bone Crusher Giant, a Rimrock Knight, an Infuriate, whatever they have. We can't risk it. They found their third land off the top and they have a Robber. Interesting. All right, so can we do? We can cast one for free and put one in our hand. I guess that's going to have to be good enough. So let's cast a Dragonfire. I think we have to start removing the first strikers. And I'll start with this one because if they draw another champion, it's a huge problem. Because we can block the robber. Like, I'm not afraid to block the robber. I'm afraid to block the first strikers because then a shock takes this down. Well, that's nice. That's a nice draw. How are we going to manage that? I can mutate again, get more stuff back. I can Teferi bounce this, that doesn't really do much. If I go to... What about an instant speed? If I plate, I block, and I block, but I still die. How do I get out of this? I think I need to plating and mutating doesn't do it. I could double Dragonfire the Torbran. How many triggers is that? It's a lot of triggers. Don't think it's good enough though. Don't think it's good enough. All right, I guess I have to hope they don't have burn damage kill the Torbran. All right, so when this mutates, return target instant. Okay, is there not going to be one left in the graveyard? Oh, I can just target the same one twice. That's fine. And this is the one I cast. We're going to 1. It would be a good time for a Light of Hope draw, that's for sure. Mountain. Attack with all. Reveal a role reversal. Brutal. So my missed land drop, I think, could definitely cost me the game, but we'll see. Yep, shock. Oh, that was depressing, quite honestly. Very depressing. Keepable hand. On the draw is sad. It always is. And having 2 5-drops is not great. I want to get the tapped land down. Make sure I can curve out the rest of the way, rather than worry about if I can opt or not. So this turn, I think I can play a tap land, but I may as well shock. Leave up options like a Scorching Dragonfire on a Narset would be nice. Then I could also resolve a Teferi. There's something you don't see every day. What are we gonna do about you? I think I want the opponent to make the 4/4 so I can Teferi bounce it or Callous Dismissal bounce it. But I don't think I want to Dragonfire the card. Let's keep the land. What are you? So we definitely don't want it to ultimate, so eventually we'll bounce it. If I play Teferi and plus it here, the opponent will just not make the 4/4 and I want them to. Let's do it like this. Try to bait them into it. Walk them into the play you want them to make. Here's a Narset. That's the Dragonfire target. Now let's make a 4/4.
Mind and body.
Come on, make a 4/4.
Hone your prowess.
Gideon. So this is... Our opponent is on Super Duper Friends. Made a 4/4. Excellent.
Take to the sky, my friend.
Exile you.
Still have much to learn.
Blue, blue, blue. All right. So with an opt here, we'll do it like this.
This isn't a fight you can win. Here we go.
What do I want? I just want the 5th land. so I can get this done. Elspeth conquers death. That's what I want. I have Callous Dismissal for it too. Okay. 3 mana Planeswalkers unite. Why Kaya? I wonder. I guess they smell a Vadrock deck. Maybe they know a thing or two about Vadrock.
I've got time.
Alright, bye-bye, Kaya. I'm still pretty happy if Moo makes a 4-4. Callous Dismissal is ready for action. Snap decks might be ready for action. Might take another turn.
The sky is my domain.
Whoa! What a mad lad. Alright.
That's more like it.
So I think we buy this back. Or no, we can just put a Teferi in the bin. That's fine. Now we'll get a Teferi back. Bounce that to hand.
Might be a bad idea.
We drew the Lord Drakus, so we want to get we want to amass. Do we dismiss? Yeah, I think we do. Just keep everything in their hand. So next turn we get back a Teferi, then we Lord Drakus and we get back a Callous Dismissal. That's 2 bounces. I mean, it is bounce-tastic. Just no progress on the board for you. Oh yeah. I think they thought they were going to double spell, but the ECD tax strikes again. 5 mana to play Moo. Roll reversal.
Sorry.
I'll take a loyalty. Keep this. So, we could swap to Fairy. We could minus Teferi to draw a card, then swap it with the Mu Yenling. This is fun. Yeah, is that... I mean, the other thing we could do is just snap decks it up. That's really silly. I think I want to roll reversal the Oketra, to be honest. Bye, Moo.
My victory was washed away.
I am sorry.
I've got it.
It was really exciting to see you play Magic up here in Mythics, in the Mythics. Gids. Good old Gids.
I will defend the weak at every
And
opportunity.
Oketra.
Prepare
All
for
right.
battle.
Back to hand with you.
I'll protect you.
There's a Vadrock. What's in there? Dismissal and Opt. Bang. And let's recast the Opt. Scorching Dragonfire, sweet. Finishes off the Gideon.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, he said.
Best.
Oh my goodness. For your next trick, he plays God Eternal Oketra with no other creatures. What a maniac. Is this an all mythic deck actually? Oh my gosh, it might be. Nope, Narset. You ruined it. You ruined it for the fam. Olus.
Spark will be mine.
Olus.
Suffer for your cause.
Very rude. Enjoy that. I'll take that bolus, please. All right, on the other hand, my Lazotep plating isn't looking particularly beautiful. So I think now that they have a Teferi, we have to play this at sorcery speed. Play this, put that on the over, get something back. What do we want back? The roll reversal? Seems pretty good. Callous Dismissal just returns the Teferi to our hand, though. So they're going to need to minus it. Whoa! Whoa! Opponent going over the top. Yep, there you go.
Might be a bad idea.
I would have bounced my own Kiora, potentially. I don't know. Maybe not. Still gonna bolus you. This is interesting. So right now, tap all non-land permanents. Like you can tap my bolt. We can still ninja in a plating to block for bolus and keep it around. So I think that's probably the play. There's nothing here we can bounce, but we can play Teferi and plus it so that we have instant speed. Callous Dismissal.
I am not going to sit this one. That's more like it.
This is gonna get interesting. They're gonna gain control of something of mine, but I have Callous Dismissal, so I don't know. But they might grab their own dragon. Johnny! Johnny, what you doing here, bro? Who let you into the fam? All right, 3 life for you. Oh my goodness. We're having a slug match here. Attack the Teferi. Callous Dismiss Johnny. Chumperino. Do I want to bounce the Kiora? That's the Sea God. I don't think so. I could bounce my own Teferi. I don't think any of that is it. I think we play plating. I don't think it's... Oh wait, plating next turn. Tap. Gain control of target per... I'm an idiot. I am a freaking... Oh, we can put it back in our hand. I am a genius. Lock it in. Genius confirmed. Something's gone. Shatter the sky.
I cannot exploit.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
I'll take the over on this one. Get me back a Lazatep plating. Alright, so we have no amassed creature now, so we do make a new amassed creature. Go ahead and do it on the upkeep just in case they... No, they can't draw a counterspell. We have to Teferi. Stupid idea. But I want to do another one. Just totally refill this hand. There isn't a great reason not to. With the hexproof coming, it's like, we may as well. So, get me the role reversal. Get me second plating. Who knows? Play this tapped. There you go. I outsmarted you eons ago. I'm pretty sure that's why all these planeswalkers have voice lines, by the way. So that nerds like me can use them in smack talk conversation. Oh, Ashiyak. Okay. What you doing? What you doing, buddy? I've got hexproof, so... Yes! I indeed am untouchable. And we are back for the post-games wrap. We went 5-2. We went from rank number 202 to 166. For those cool kids clubs who watched the whole frickin' video and stayed to the end, I'm going to explain a little bit about the ranked thing. I keep getting questions and comments. Now you guys know the answer. And if somebody isn't willing to watch the whole video and they don't get the answer, I don't feel too bad. But here's what's up. When I do a ranked run, I don't cut games. Not like... It would take something like maybe, when my audio glitches, sometimes I have to cut a game. I usually end up cutting pretty good wins, but now I record over those if they're even interesting. But yeah, I try to do a run that is complete and I don't cut games. When people ask me, where'd the win-loss record in your title come from, CGB? Is that real? Is Is it a large sample size? Of course it's not a large sample size. I play a different deck every single day. I can't large sample size. I think I got like 5 extra hours to grind out an appropriate statistical win-loss percentage, and even then it would be small. Like, no, it's not. It's just what I played today. Let's see. How to determine a win-loss record? Well, you take the number of wins, that would be 5. You divide it by the number of games, that would be 7. 71% win rate in Mythic Best of 1. Hype. So yeah, that's where that comes from. And if you guys are wondering when I'm going to show like the 30 or 40% runs that I have, first of all, it doesn't happen often. Second of all, if that's the case, I don't play that deck. Like, I delete that deck. I'm not going to show you a deck that is absolute trash. Like, I try to show you decks that work. And so, like, making sure that the deck is good before I record and before I put it on YouTube is important to me. I hope it's important to you. And I still try to have fun and make them interesting, because I think that's possible in Magic, even in solved meta games and stuff like that. So that's what we're here for. And now you cool kids clubs have my explanation. As far as this deck, I'm kind of salty about the loss to mono red, the mutate thing. I don't think there's much to do about mutate. If they have a Paradise Druid, you're just kind of stuck trying to do better things, and we were too far behind. Against mono red, though, you can play shock in this deck, and I always used to, but I would end up with draws that were like all shocks and dragonfires and no card advantage, and I'd just run out of steam. So that's why shock eventually got cut from the deck. But I think it makes a lot of sense to play a shock instead of, say, a roll reversal, a shock instead of the raise the alarm. Like, those would have been a lot better in the games that we lost if you really care about beating best of 1 aggro. I do think you still want at least one Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Turning this into shock is giving up a lot of card advantage, and the deck does walk a fine line. When the engine is going, it gets a lot of card advantage, and it draws a lot of cards. When the engine is not going and you're not doing a mutation, and you don't draw a Narset or an Elspeth Conqueror's Death, you're just playing these really bad cards waiting to draw something useful. So don't cut too much stuff for more removal. Don't cut things that produce card advantage for more removal. If you're going to cut things for more removal, you should be considering the flex spots like roll reversal and raise the alarm. All right, that's the advice I'm going to drop on the deck. I do think it's uniquely powerful with some good matchups. It probably has some pretty bad matchups too, but Lazotep Plating seems really good against Sacrifice and really good against Temur Reclamation, so happy to play it. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.